Hey, it's Brian from Strong Tower, and I'm back with a video on neck pain today. So we're going to work on 3 motor control exercises. These can be hugely beneficial for better movement confidence, better control of the neck, and that will allow oftentimes less tension and less pain as you regain motor control. So the problem with poor motor control is you can't fine-tune your movement well. Your brain may not have great information about where you are in space and how to move smoothly from one position to another. So the first exercise today, I actually want you to test something first as usual. So we're gonna test like neck rotations, going side to side, and then try an up and down, a flexion and an extension. So we're bringing the chin up and then tucking the chin down. And do those feel relatively comfortable, or are they really uncomfortable? How far can you go with the range of motion? Get a baseline there. The first exercise today is going to be a circle on camera. So I'm going to imagine with my awesome Sharpie here, I'm going to draw a circle. In what's called the sagittal plane, or like drawing a circle on camera. You'll notice my movements are pretty small, pretty subtle, but I'm trying to move the head side to side as well as up and down, lengthening the cervical spine maybe a little bit in the mid-back, but we mostly want to focus on the neck and that cervical spine area for these. So that will help improve motor control in the sagittal plane. You might need to use a mirror at first. You might need to start with really small movements, and that's okay. You can build on it, and you should be able to regain some motor control in these areas. The next one we're gonna do is a chicken going laterally. So with the chicken exercise, it's a head forward and back movement. I'm gonna combine that with a lateral movement. Show that. Now my circle is going in what's called the transverse plane. I'm going more front to back and then this way, parallel to the floor. So you can retest after each of those and see, okay, did they help my flexion or extension? Did they help my rotation? Maybe you did some lateral bend. If it feels better, awesome. That's a win, and that's an exercise that your brain probably wants more, that type of stimulus, and needs more consistent practice working in that area. Even if the movement wasn't like super big or it wasn't super smooth at first, you might actually find a positive response in pain, range of motion, muscle tension. The last one today, we have a chicken going vertical. So I'm gonna still do that forward back chicken motion, but I'm gonna try to lengthen the spine and move my circle in what's called the frontal, this is the sagittal plane. First one's the frontal plane. So messed up my planes of motion, but so now we have sagittal plane this way. So that's the sagittal plane. First one on camera was the frontal plane of motion. But after doing some chicken vertical, so lengthening, going forward, back, check your motion and see, hey, is my rotation better? Is my extension better? My flexion better? And if so, again, great exercise to work on. So I hope that you found one or maybe multiple of these helpful and useful today. If so, great to practice a few repetitions, 2 to 5 times a day, and you should notice some really significant improvement over time in terms of the overall feeling in the neck and also your ability to control the neck. That's a big deal. Your brain's up here and your neck is sort of the foundation for moving the skull and the brain around. So we want to have really good motor control there. If you found this helpful, please drop a comment, let us know, like the video, and remember as well to subscribe to the channel. It helps to know your neurology.